hey gang, we are live. Just to show everybody, I talked to everybody in the green room ahead of time. Oh, there's David. David's coming in now. Hey, Dave. Anyway, as we get started here, we're going to, I'm going to go through the whole process, okay? From when I actually create the shoe. I call it a shoe. That's why I put a little shoe on there. You saw the little thing that I made up in about 20 minutes. I knocked that thing out real quick. And I do that every time I do a new type of shoe that I do, or a banner, I guess is what the term I'm trying to use. So from the very beginning, what I want to do, and I'm going to walk you through this process. I'm going to bring it up so you can see and things like that, exactly what I do. I'm going to use a program that I have. It's called ManyCam. If you're interested in purchasing ManyCam or want to learn more about it, I'll probably do something on that, and I can teach you and show you. But I have an affiliate for that. So if you decide to do that, let me know, and I can get you the affiliate link to sign up for it if you decide. Let's get right into it. When I'm getting ready to start a scheduled Hangout on air event, it's technically, there's no event when you're looking this up, and that's what I'm going to show you. It's really confusing. They make things confusing, but that's why I'm going to show you mistakes. I'm going to show you things that people do wrong, whatever, all this kind of stuff, because I've done it. Anybody that's seen mine before knows that I do this, and this is my process. So let's get right at it. I want to keep this at about an hour if I can. If I go over, we can go over. That's fine, but I really want to try and keep it at an hour. So let me talk as much as I can, and everybody in here knows if you need to ask questions, ask questions. Okay? Here we go. Rock and roll. All right. Basically, I'm going to go to the home area. If you don't already know where that is, that's right up here. Okay? So I have home. I'm going to click on that. When I click on that, it brings up, you're going to see a couple things here. You're going to see events, and you're going to see Hangouts. Okay, you have one of each, events and Hangouts. This is where it gets confusing from the get-go, okay? We're doing a scheduled Hangout on air. Okay? Be sure to mute, please, anybody. Unless you need to ask a question or wave your hand or whatever, that's fine. And some of you I won't be able to see because some of my menus are covering up, but that's okay too. Okay, so anyway, so if I am going to Hangouts, not events. Okay, I'm going to a Hangout because I'm doing a scheduled Hangout on air. That's technically what it's called. You're going to find out, though, it turns into an event. It's magic. Here we go. We're going to hit Hangouts. When I hit the word Hangouts, here's what comes up. Okay, then I'm going to go right up here in the middle. That's me. I'm going to go to Hangouts on air. Okay?
Michael, Michael, we can't see anything.
Or do you guys not see
anything?
Now we can.
We can now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it now, Rayne? Yes?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so once, and it might be a little bit of a delay there. I don't know why it's flipping like that, but I can try and stop that. I'll try and make that happen. Okay, so right here I have a start a Hangout on air, and you guys can do this right now with me. Okay, feel free to follow along and create one. Create one for next week, for next Wednesday, next Thursday, next Friday. It doesn't matter because you can always go back and delete this. So go along with me if you haven't already done so. Go to, if I'm back at home, okay, right here, a separate window, I'm going to hit Hangouts. Okay, I'm going to hit Hangouts on air. Then I'm going to go to Start a Hangout on air. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that now. Now I've hit Start a Hangout on air. Now, I'm going to, let's see, adjust my window, move this over so you can see a little bit better. Okay. This is a little, basically what we're doing is creating an event, and this is what I was trying to tell you. All the same similar things are here. So that's the part that gets confusing. They don't make it easy, but that's okay. You have to give it a name, just like a regular event. Here's all the details that you want to put. Okay. Then you have the same basic things, public and invitations. You can set it up for now because it's start a Hangout on Air. This is the way to start a Hangout on Air right now. If I was to do it, this is the way to do it right now. Okay? This is what that now is for. That's how you start a Hangout on Air.
Michael?
Yes.
If we did something like that, in order to use Comment Tracker, the event has to be reshared. Right?
The event will have to be reshared, absolutely. I'm getting to that. Haven't got there yet.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. Absolutely. I mean, I want you to ask questions. That's what this is all about. I'm about to get there because you see that word public right there, right? So, and if someone can answer David in the thing, I believe what he needs to do is he has to hit what's the little screen that comes up, the little white screen that says you have to hit the checkbox and you have to hit OK or whatever to go further. But please, if you would pass that along, thank you. Meanwhile, okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an event for this Saturday, okay? I'm going to call it My Event for Saturday. Okay, and I always do this. This is a good habit to get into because it helps you search and find this, for me, date-wise, because I usually do one or two on a certain date. So what I would do is I want to find out, it's going to be later, I need to find out the date for Saturday, so I'm going to go right here, and all I did was click on the date, okay? I clicked on the date, and a menu comes up with a little calendar, and find out that it's Saturday the 5th. I mean, I'm just not that good with math. You know, I don't have enough fingers or something. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I always put that in there. So if this is July, I'm going to put 7.5.2014. I put it right in there, or however, whatever's going to be the easiest for you to try and remember or get it. I almost always do that with just about every Hangout. You don't have to. Not a requirement at all. It's just a thought and a suggestion because I can say, oh, yeah, I remember I did that on that date. Or it was in July or something like that. It's a quick reference for me out on YouTube once this is done, okay? Just kind of a little hint there whenever you're titling something. That's just the way I do it, okay? And I just happened to, it must be a pretty good idea or something, but because I noticed Ronnie started doing that a little bit. So that, to me, I was like, oh, cool, okay, good. I don't know if he got it from me or if he just got it. So then I'm going to put all my details right here, all details. The main thing on this, when I do the details section of this, is these first 3 lines especially, but possibly 4 lines. Here is line 2. Here is, and you're saying, why is he doing that? Because I want you to see whenever, if you ever have looked at an event or anything like that, you're going to see the details, but you only see the first part of it. It says read more. So this area becomes totally important with capturing your audience with what the details are in a few sentences, whatever that is. Okay? So that's the process and what we're looking. Yes, Leela, go ahead.
Does Google search that? So should you make it SEO rich?
In the details?
Uh-huh.
I would say yes, but I don't know the answer to that for sure. I would say yes, probably because it's going to pick up from the very beginning of whatever you're doing, but okay. I can't answer that yes or no because I'm not an SEO expert.
Okay. So couldn't hurt.
So it couldn't hurt, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
And it's going to create it and put it and throw it into YouTube anyway, and when it does, you can add tags and all that kind of stuff in the YouTube part of it that way.
Okay.
So there.
Somebody needs to help him get in. I gave him suggestions and everything, but I can't seem to get him in.
Okay, he says he's going to reboot, so we're good to go. We'll let him work on that, no problem, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I want to make sure that I add the public, and what I usually do is, like I did with this one, I did the community, okay? I invited the community, and I go down and find the community that I want to add, and if I go to, I got a lot of communities, don't I? I got a lot of circles and communities because you got to go through all of that stuff to try and find it, and I could share it with, you know, just this group, different groups, anything like that.
Michael,
and I suggest, yeah.
Can't you just start typing the first of whatever community you want, and it will pull it up for you, rather than having to scroll through it?
Yeah. I was just showing that there's a bunch of them down there. I was just kind of showing you that there's communities. Does everybody understand what he's saying?
Yes.
So, for example, this little button. Oh, see, it's going to go away whenever I come off screen. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, like, the first thing it shows is circles. See, it has the circles icon there. Then it has like extended circles, and then it has community. I was just showing that is a possibility. Absolutely, I can go right in here, like what he's talking about, and start typing User2User Live, and then I can add that, and then that's one community and the public. That's the best way to do it if you're going to do it that way, or one circle and the public. Keep in mind when you do that circle, make sure it's under 20 people. Okay, especially if you're a page. Especially if you're a page. I'm just saying that because Google thinks you're spamming. If you're a business and you throw that out there, they think you're spamming people. So
Michael, in Ronnie's video, he said public and then a community. But 500 was the limit for the community. No?
Yeah. No. You can invite the community. I mean, the community. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you had this community, then this community, then this community, then this community. That's what I'm talking about not doing. That's what I'm talking about not doing. I'm saying invite the public and one community. I don't care how many number there are. But circles are a little different. When you start sending a circle of 500 people, individuals, not a community, individuals, that is where you're spamming. I just sent 500 people my thing. That's where it's taken as spamming. That's why I'm saying if you have small circles and right now invite one and invite the public, go back and you can invite again later. Invite the public or invite your other circles and things like that. Go ahead. I'm just saying it's just very spammy, especially if you're a page. Okay? I want to make sure and bring that up. Yes, somebody waving their hand.
Where does it actually show up at when you say public?
Right. You mean right here? Hold on, let me go back to. So if I go to this right now, right here, is that what you're talking about?
Right now, if you said share, where is it visible to anyone?
I'm not sure what you mean. It's my public. Whoever, if you see any stuff that ever comes from me, it's totally done by Google. I mean, they decide. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything that I decide. And you would have to ask a bunch of people to try and find out that answer. I don't know the answer.
Right. I didn't know if it went to people that was following me, or it just sat there on my page, or what happens to it. Really?
Probably. All those answers are probably. But unless you work for Google and know that, I don't know the answer to that. You know what I'm saying? And and there may be an answer. I mean, I don't know. There may be an answer to that. I don't have that. But again, and you're going to find out with me, I give truthful answers. If I don't know, I'll tell you that. Okay, so I'm going to put just the public in this one. And just so you can see, you have to include public. If you want to use Comment Tracker, you can't go back and re-invite the public. This will not work. That's a key note. You might want to take note of that too. Okay? I'm going to make that for the video too, just so we can all clearly see that this has to be public right now. Okay? Must be public on invite. No matter what you do with the other stuff. Yes.
Michael, our film strip, like I can't see what you're really circling there because our film strip is covering it. Is it just me or?
If you double click on the picture.
On the picture?
And then it should move everything on your main picture.
Thank you.
It should move everything up so you can see it.
Thank you.
Does that work?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now I'm going to make red font. I'm going to make it big letters, and I'm going to say that right here. And I didn't do red font though. Why not? Anyway, okay, I know why. Here, let me do this. Make that nice red font so everyone can see it. I can put it right on the screen. I can bring it right here. Must be public on the first invite. So this is going to be in the video now. Now we'll be able to see that in the video because that's what I have there. Let me make sure. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's move on. I'm done. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit share then. And I don't think you can see that, but I'm going to make sure you can. There we go. Share button down at the bottom. I'm going to click that share. Okay, and those of you that couldn't see it, here's the share button right down here. Okay, and click share, and boom, what it does is it immediately takes you out to the event. Okay, now the event's there. Okay, that's the event. We have the event page. But if you notice, there's no banner. Normally there's a big banner at the top up here. I go immediately and I create that. Okay, this is when I do this right away because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I want to go see that, but I want to get something in there to draw some people in. So immediately I go into details, which I think you can see that the little caret right here. I call it a caret. It's a little down arrow. Okay. Guests can comment. Guests can invite other people. I don't necessarily need any photos right now, and I want to edit the event. When I click edit the event, and again, it's an event now. We just said that we wanted to do a scheduled hangout on air, yet now we're in an event. So keep that in mind. I think that's funny. Anyway, my opinion. Okay, let me go here. Edit event. Why is it not coming up? Oh, edit event right there.
Yeah.
It's still not. I don't know why it's not doing anything. Interesting. Figures. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me go to my events. I just did this beforehand too to test this. Okay. Here's the event. I am the owner. I want to go to here to edit event. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Now I want to change the theme. Okay, this is the way I want to get that banner. Okay, I click on change the theme. It has a bunch of pre-made ones with different things. You can certainly use those. I upload. I get it from my computer. I would go to whichever one I want. Like for user to user, I'll go to the user to user community, and I have a couple banners here that I can do, that I can pull up and things. I can pick one of those. On those of you, a lot of you know me, I do game night. I can get one of these games, you know, whatever. I can pull that up, pull this banner. I already have pre-made banners, so I can just go in with them. Okay, then I can open them, and it throws it in there for me. I've already got it the right size, so now it's looking the way I want it. Okay, I've got the banner, and if you want to learn how to make the banner, I use Pixlr. I do it really quick, and I use Pixlr. I'll be glad to show you how I do that and knock that out. Also, Terry Lee Britton's really good at that too, so he has that.
Michael?
Yes?
So when we're very first creating the event, we can't, like, ahead of time, can we create our custom theme?
Banner?
Yeah, banner, sorry. Banner.
No, that's okay. It is a custom theme, I think is their terminology, but it is I call it a banner because that's what it is. But
yeah.
Yes, you cannot. Absolutely, you cannot.
No,
when you do
can't.
That first, well, you saw me that first initial box.
Yeah.
You cannot. Can't add a theme. Can't edit. You can only do those things that I did. It was name it, details, date, invite. Those are the 4 things that you can do. That's it.
So then you go back in and edit it, and that's where you upload your banner.
Kind of silly, isn't it?
Yeah, and your trailer video, if you have one, you can do both of those at the same time.
I'm getting to that in just a second. It's a whole nother step, but I'm getting to it. All right, so I hit save. There's a button down there. I'm going to hit save because I just wanted to add the banner right now. Okay, that's all I want to do right now. Now, with a shoe, which is what I call this, you have a trailer. Okay, I can immediately throw in a quick photo, okay, of something. If I, one of these that's on my computer or something like that. If I have the URL for it, I can upload. I can grab real quick. Since I already have this one, it'd be pretty cool. So since I'm on the drawing game, I can throw it in there. As long as it comes up, see it's the wrong size, so I can't throw it in there. Okay, so I can't throw that picture in there, but it'll tell you, and it tells you it's 738 by 415. So what I would do is I'd go take that picture and make it 738 by 415. That's what I do. Okay. Remember, I tell you, I do things wrong on purpose because it's kind of tricky, all this kind of stuff. So it's really nuts, all this stuff that they make you do. So anyway, I'm not going to put one in there, but what I am going to show you is that I can put a trailer video, okay? I can put a trailer video. I can go to my YouTube videos, and I can go to the one, I can go find the one for games, and I can add it in there, okay? Or I can enter the URL for the YouTube video, okay? I can put that in there so I have it. Okay, I would have this already ahead of time, so I would just plug it in and put it in. I'm just telling you, just from doing this many, many times, have that YouTube link there, ready to go in for whatever you're doing. If you have a trailer video, okay, nowhere does it say that you can record a trailer video. Man, that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Where you could just really quick, just record one. But they don't have that as an option. Okay? I like to add that because a lot of people ask that question whenever Ronnie's doing his videos and things like that. Okay?
So, Michael,
yes.
Does it matter? Does the video have to be public or can it be unlisted?
It has to be it has to be public in order to use comment tracker.
Okay.
Public is the only way on that initial time when you invite. If I were to invite guests right now, if I invite right now, okay, you see where it says invite more? If I invite more and I include the public, I can put it in there, but it's not going to come up with the public. See how it's not there? It has all this other stuff that's public, but it will not give me that public one that I want. So if you forgot to add the public because you want to use comment tracker, start over. Go ahead and do a whole new one. Delete that one. And you delete the event by going right here, the little caret, click on it, delete this event. Okay? Delete this event. Yes, ma'am. Leela.
Which ma'am?
Leela, go ahead.
Rayne, were you talking about the trailer video being public or private, or were you talking about the event?
No, I was talking about the trailer. If it could be unlisted or if it had to be public.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying. You were talking about the trailer video.
Yeah, if you go to YouTube, if I go to YouTube, can I pick an unlisted video to put in as my trailer?
Great question. That's a great question. I truthfully don't know the answer to that.
Neither do I.
Well, I've always done public videos because I put it out there for everybody. Give me a reason, maybe, Rayne, if you can just premise this. Why? Why would you want an unlisted? Just curious. For a public event. Remember, we're using comment tracker. We're getting this out. We're doing all this kind of stuff. Why would you want an unlisted one? Just curious. I mean, I don't know the.
I have a good reason, Michael, but I think mine would be done differently. So I don't think that I could give you a reason, but I don't think it applies to what we're doing tonight.
Okay, good answer. I like that.
I can think of one.
Okay.
And that's if you've already done a public event, recorded that is unlisted, and you're going to use that video as the trailer for a second part in a series.
But you're still doing a public event this time.
Yeah, Well, the first one was public, but
And
the
the second one
YouTube
is too.
and the second one is too. But the first one, you after you get it done, the video on YouTube is unlisted. So when you go to put it into the second one, it's going to be unlisted rather than a public YouTube video.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only case I can think of, actually.
Yeah. I just don't.
Okay.
I get it. I see what you're saying. I just don't see why. You're doing a public event. Don't you want the video to be public? I mean, that's just my thoughts. Anyway, without beating that dead horse or beating that down, we can talk about that and look it up and find out for you. Because, I mean, you may not want to go and switch all your video. I get it. You want to use this video as a trailer, and you don't want to sit there and switch it back and forth from unlisted and public all the time or have to worry about whether it was public or unlisted. I get it. I get it. I just don't know. There we go.
Okay.
No,
and then lots of SEO juice on the trailer video as well.
then I would definitely make it public. If that's the case. It's going to be, I don't know about SEO juice as far as inside of an event. I don't know if any, I don't know. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. You'll have to ask somebody that knows SEO.
But like having your keywords on the trailer might be a good thing too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and if you're concerned about SEO, my suggestion is public. Why would you want unlisted? In my opinion, you want it out there. I mean, that's just me. I'm just saying. Okay, back on to. Once I have my shoe, I have it all ready. I'm doing this. We're all good. We have all this stuff, and we get everything here. If I want to re-invite, I can. Okay, or I mean, yeah, invite others, invite more, that kind of thing. Do all that. This is the shoe. This is what it designs. It actually, it's an event now. Your Hangout that you wanted to do, a scheduled Hangout on air, is now an event. Okay, just became an event. It's going to be located when you go to try and find it. It's going to be listed under your events. I'm going to my events. Here's the one we're doing tonight. And now it just fixed the banner. Here's the one that I'll be doing on Saturday. It'll show up in your events. It will not show under Hangouts. Even that's where we started it. It won't show up here. Okay? It's not going to show up here because it just created it. Huh?
I'm not seeing it. All I'm seeing is your profile pic.
Okay, click on somebody else's picture and click back on mine, and it might bring you back. Unless everybody's having an issue with seeing me.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, it shows up in my events, not in my Hangouts. Okay, that's where it is, and that's where it's going to be on that one. So, again, kind of silly, right? These are the kind of things that I send feedback all the time to Google, say, hey, can we get a little bit more consistent with this? Those of you that watched the video the other day that I did with Ronnie, I mentioned a bunch about feedback. If you're ever in a Hangout like we are right now, it's a little question mark down in the bottom left corner. You're going to see send feedback. Send feedback that you would like this a little bit more consistent and in detail what you're talking about, if you ever want to do that. Okay? Those of you that are in the Hangout right now, okay, can see that. And what I can do is, here, let me pull that screen up, and I will show people where that is. There's a little question mark right down here in the corner. There you go. Oops, it moved away because I did that. There you go. But that's it. That's where that is, down in the bottom left corner. So that way you can see, and you can click that question mark and give feedback about Hangouts. This is going to get fixed about Hangouts. If you're ever out in the community, if you're out in just your Google, where there's a couple ways there. I'm going to show that real quick just so you can kind of see that too. If I'm here, I can go over to my little pull-down menu, and let me make sure that I'm on the screen here. Oops, I got it clear. Let me get this back over so you can see this side. I have to get over to this side. Okay, if I hover over that menu, down at the very bottom, there's a word that says feedback. You can see it turn blue. It's at the very bottom left of the screen. And I can't circle it because it's a hover menu, but you can leave feedback that way. Or if you're ever just in your thread here or something and you got this going, you can actually click on, or you can actually hit Shift 2. If you hit Shift 2, it'll pull up a feedback anywhere on Google Plus, brings up a Google feedback menu where you can leave feedback. You say, I'd like to see this, or I think they should do this, or this button shouldn't be blue, it should be red, or whatever. So just to verify and reiterate, let me just make sure I'm going to put Shift key +2, and I'm going to put that text right on the screen so you can see it. I'm going to put that right over here. So while I'm talking about it, so you'll have a video reference right here at this time in the video. You can go back and say Shift 2 is what gives me feedback, and I can type that in, feedback. Okay, Shift 2.
That's in the, excuse me, Michael, that's in the stream, yes, but you did say that was anywhere you were in Google.
Google Plus.
You could hit Google Plus.
Yes,
you can hit
Google Plus.
Yep. So you don't have to be in a Hangout, but you do have additional ways inside the Hangout.
Inside the Hangout, you want to use that question mark down in the bottom. Down in the bottom. So I think it's over there. Okay. Yeah, that's where you want to do that. Inside the Hangout. Everywhere else, if you're in Google, in a communities, if you're in something else like that, then that's when you hit that other. Yes, Ross.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that the same for a Mac? Because I'm using a Mac, and
that particular command is the same. You do have a Shift key, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a Shift key and number 2 should be fine. There's not. It's no need for the command or anything like that. So yes, it does work for the Mac on that one.
Michael.
Yeah.
I've got a request from David. He wants to know, can we invite the Jeff Adams Society, which is also him. Jeff Adams is one word.
I can certainly try. Jeff Adams.
Jeff, capital ADAMS.
It's not coming up, so.
Society.
Yeah,
do you need society too?
Yeah, he's
not coming up.
Hey, it's plus.
It's the.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Plus the space Jeff Adams space society.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Can certainly try. Certainly try. All right, we're about halfway through, and so am I. So here we go. What we're going to do now is, now we've created the SHOAE with the event, we have all that stuff, everything's taken place, now we're ready to rock and roll as far as what we do to get in and start this. First thing I do is I come in and I go to, let me go to YouTube. No, not YouTube. I'm sorry. I go to my event. And I'm not, hold on. Nobody said anything, but I'm not on screen. Okay, now I'm on screen. I'm going to go to my event. I pull up my event. I go down to it. I click here, Saturday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Start. Okay? I'm going to hit Start. As soon as I hit Start, it opens up a Hangout, and that's where we are right now. Okay? We are in the Hangout right now. So the first thing I do, once I'm in, because it's the day of, it's probably, if it's, I forget what time I made the event, 7 p.m. event. I'm going to be in there about a half hour at least, ahead of time. I'm going to get in, and I am in the Hangout now. Now that I'm in the Hangout, what I'm going to do, I am going to open, I have a window that's open, okay, that has the event just like you see right here, okay, just like you see the event, this event, so I can see comments. Okay, I'm gonna keep that open at all times. I have more than one monitor. This is the way I do it. Okay, you can do it on one monitor. You can have your Hangouts up in the top left and down in the bottom right corner. You can have this event showing. I like to have the event showing because people are leaving comments. Rayne is a perfect example tonight. You said, hey, if you need any help, I can come in, or Sheila, you did the same thing. Or Sheila did it, and I think Rayne just answered. So anytime you do that kind of thing, I can see that. I'll see it instead of just being in the Hangout and everybody's saying, hey, what? I've been invited. What's going on? And a lot of times I'll leave a comment out there too. I'll say, I haven't started quite yet. I'm getting ready to start. I'm getting ready to invite people in just a little bit. Okay, so it just gives me time to do all of that kind of thing. Now, what I'm going to do is, once I'm here, I'm going to share. Okay, I'm sorry. About 30 minutes beforehand, I'm going to share the event. That's this button right here. And let me hold on. Let me get to where you guys can see that. There we go. Okay. So if I go right here, share the event. It's the button right there. Okay. Next to the edit one that didn't seem to work before. But it's share the event, and I'm going to share it with myself. Okay. I encourage other people to share it too. Okay. But I do that so that way when I go out to and let me adjust this back real quick. Okay, because I want you to see all of this, and I'm going to zoom that back out just a little. You should still be able to see that. I'm going to go to my profile. When I go to my profile, it's going to show the publicly shared. You can probably see that. This is where I go and I get for comment tracker. Okay. This is what I'm doing. This is the process I take. I'm looking for the word ripples. If I can see the word ripples, view ripples. Does everyone see that? If I see the word view ripples, I know that that is a public reshare. And I almost always, because it's never let me down, click on view ripples. I know we're getting into the comment tracker part, but it's part of the process of what you do in a shoe. Okay? Then I can go and see every reshare sitting over here. Andrew Hatchett reshared. I can see them all. So that's where I go. And again, you guys could be doing a lot of this up until the point when we get into the Hangout. Okay? So if you've already done that with your own, that's awesome. I right-click the time, copy the link address, and I add it into comment tracker. I did not do it tonight on purpose. I want you guys to do exactly that. Go to my profile, okay, because you know this is my event. Go to my profile, just at the top of Google, just type in Michael Daniels, okay? When you've done that, kind of give me a thumbs up so I know that you're there, everybody that's in here right now. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go find that publicly reshared event just like I just did. I want you to go there, and I want you to right-click on, I want you to click the little caret or the little down arrow, as I call it, and look for view ripples. If you have one that does not have view ripples, go to another one that's publicly shared and view ripples. Once you get it, and you right-click on that time once you've done that, once we get to the ripples and all that kind of stuff, and we're looking at ripples, we right-click on here, we copy the link address. I want someone or all of you to go into the Hangout itself. Okay, you're in the Hangout here with us. Okay, once you're in here, I want you to click on, you can see right here I do not have the double bubble, what we call the green double bubble. We don't have it. It's not even here, nowhere to be found. If I hit these three little dots, it opens up more things. I have comment tracker. Okay? If you click on the comment tracker, you can bring that up. I want you guys to do that though before I do. I know I can do it. I know how to do it. I think Rayne already has because her name was listed on there as having it open. And that's good. No, that's good. I know you like. I see Lily just got on there. I can see people's names. So I'm going to get on there too. Okay, now that I've got the comment tracker and I have it over here, let me get it a little bit wider so we can see that more. Okay, now what we're looking at here is you want to go to sources. Okay, it should automatically take you to sources when you come in. Here's where we're going to do Control V, which is paste. I'm going to paste that link from that timestamp that I got before and then add it to here. And then you're going to click the word add. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control V, which you just saw me do, and then I'm going to click add. Okay, it just added that source. Okay, so it added the one that I got the time, the Michael Daniels one. Now what I want you guys to do, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to delete it off of there. Now I don't have it. Okay, I don't have anything in my stream. I can't get anything. I want all of you to share your sources. Add all first of all, and then share sources. What's going to happen is on my end, and you guys should see this, is that you guys have shared your sources with me. So I should be able to get it. I hope. I hope this works. I'm going to hit add all. Have you guys shared? Just let me. Okay, somebody has. Lily has. All you have to do is hit shared. Once you hit shared, and then I can add all, and all your sources should come to me. Oh, look at there. See? There's the share. There they are. Boom. Somebody. Lily, Andrew, and Michael. I've added them all. See, look how all that's yellow up there. Isn't that cool? I can make it like strobe light, kind of like a 70s, old 70s, no, disco or something. Now, here we go. So now I have the sources. You guys have shared the sources. I actually got it from everybody. I got a reshare from Lily, Andrew, and this little button right here, if you click on this little thing right here, it's a little squiggly lines, I call them. BL likes to call them the wishbone. That's how you draw in all of that, and it reshares. Okay? Then I can click on stream, and there's all of our comments. There's the comments. The blue ones are from, I don't know, yep, from me. See the blue where I'm colored blue? The green ones are from Andrew. See where Andrew was on his reshared post. And the yellow ones would be Lily if anybody posted on Lily's. Everybody see that? So it's color coded based on who shared what and where they shared it from. Everybody get it? That's how you get from Comment Tracker, how you get the comments to come up and everything else. Okay? Rayne, if you're speaking, I can't hear you. You're muted.
I'm sorry. I added the sources. Then I checked the stream. Then you wanted us to go to the shared tab and click on share sources, right?
Yeah. Did you go to sources and enter that? Did you paste there and then add?
Yeah, and I've got Lily, Michael, and Andrew in there.
Good, very good. Then you should go to stream, and everyone should be listed.
Okay, so that was okay.
Yep, that's it. You did it.
Okay.
You did it. Very good. That is the process of the comment tracker and the SHOAE. So now I'm in my SHOAE and I'm ready to go. Now here's where I invite people in, and here's where I told everybody that I'm going to repeat this. Here's where I get to the point, and I'm going to go back to this. I'm in the Hangout. I say to everyone, I said, okay, we're going to turn down our phones. Couple things that I'd like you to do, and I did not ask you guys to do this today, but you can open the Where Am I app. If we all open the Where Am I app, what that does is it gives me a link, and a Hangout link, the first one, the long one, okay, and I'm going to show myself on screen so people out there can see what I'm looking at. The long one, there is a short one, we use the long one. This is to get back in. And those of you that don't know, this link up at the top, and I highlighted it blue, in the URL, is the same as this one down here. Same thing. Right here, right here. I'm interchanging them. That one and the one at the top. They're turning blue. Those are the same. I usually do this, especially with newbies. I say, here's the link. Copy, paste it, throw it into Notepad or something like that. So if you get kicked out, that will get you right back in here. It never fails. It works every time. The other thing that I do is I will, and and let me go to, I will also tell, especially if they're newbies, okay, new persons, okay, I will do this. I'm going to switch windows real quick. I'm going to go over to this window. I will tell them if you're on Google Plus and you're on your home page, okay, let me make sure I get to the right part of this because I want you to see. I tell them to go over to the right, okay, and click on the Hangout, the double quotes. Click on that so that way you can see the one that you are actively in or were latest in. I can click on that, and you can't see that right now because it's on a different screen. But it opens up a menu. If you, those of us that are in here right now, if you click on that, that's another way back. All you have to do is click on the camera or the green bar, and that's a way to come back. I tell new people this because sometimes that's easier, or sometimes it's easier to copy and paste. Okay? Always let new people that are brand new to this know that that's the process that I'm taking on when I'm doing that particular thing right there. Okay? Also, I will tell them, folks, make sure your phones are turned off. We're gonna no distractions or sounds. When we get ready to go live, please mute yourself. We're gonna come back in and we'll be ready. Like my dogs, right on cue. Hear that? Hear my dogs in the background? Right on cue. That's a perfect example. The other thing that I like to do is make sure that if you want a lower third, here's a thing, okay? And hopefully my lower third is not in underneath the film strip because we did this beforehand, but this is something that I've been doing lately just because Ronnie has asked us to do this, the Hangout helper, to when you come in, and let me switch view so you can see this. When you come in, ask your guest to open the Hangout toolbox. Okay, and I'm going to, yeah, okay, the Hangout toolbox. Okay, and the Hangout toolbox, you might be over here under one of these other things. There's a lot of menus, but if you're not, come into this one that says lower third. Okay, while it is off, you can see that it's off right now because the button's off. While it's off, I'm going to put Michael. Okay, I know it works with the lower third usually, so that's why I'm saying the lower third. You can do custom upload overlays and stuff, but I'm just saying do it with the lower third. Click it on, click it back off. Just by doing that, it kicks. If you look at my screen right now, all of the film strip is down below, and the video and stuff is up above, which is what our goal is. Because when you're doing a demo like this, if I have half the stuff hidden, it's not going to show. The other thing that I can do too is I can double click in the main window area, and that'll also raise it above, but it's not as sure as the other. Okay, as what I just did and described. Okay, so I wanted to make sure. So I always let my newbies or whoever I'm in with or anybody that I'm getting ready to go into a Hangout with, these are the things that I discuss. The last thing that I do before I get ready. Oh, go ahead, Rayne. Yes, absolutely.
So sorry, just going back to the Where Am I app. So we copy the long Hangout URL and just sort of paste that in Notepad or something somewhere, and then were we to do something with the YouTube URL in putting it in the comment section of the event for people that were viewing for mobile?
I love it. I love it. So I was just going to that. I mean, I'm serious. I was just going to go there, but you beat me to it. No, I was absolutely. That was the very next thing because I wanted to finish on the Hangout part and go. So what she's talking about, if I go to the Where Am I app, and let me go to that so you can see it on screen. Okay, here's the Where Am I app. I'm going to get the long YouTube URL link because as you can see here, there's a short one. I want to use the long one, and I'm going to Control-C to copy that. Okay, once I've copied that, I'm going to go over to, oops, hit the wrong one. And I'm going to do this before you get there, so that's why I'm not showing you. You don't need to see anything. Oh, come on. This thing does not want to open. Anyway, all right, so now I'm on the event. Okay, so I get on the event page. Once I'm, let me do this. Once I'm on the event page, I go right in here where, just like Rayne said, she described it perfectly. Nice job, by the way. So obviously you've done this. I'm going to put in the text. I'm going to say for mobile. You don't have to do this supposedly, but it's just a habit that I've done, and if they change something, I know this works. For mobile folks, and I paste that link in there for the YouTube of it, and then I hit share. Okay? So then they can access it and link to it, and they're good to go. Okay. I'm not going to do it because I'm actually getting the YouTube link from this video and putting it over in that other one, and I'm just testing and doing that. But that's what I would do. Very good, Rayne. That was a good job. You learned very well, whoever's been teaching you. Anyway, okay, so that's the SHOAE, that's the process, that's what I do. Can you guys, and look, I want you guys have done these. Some of you have done some of these, some of you have not, but some of you have. Do you have anything that you might do with your guest ahead of time? Because I'm sure I'm leaving out something or I forgot something. But if you can think of something, just kind of wave your hand or whatever, and we'll throw that into the process of what I do, and I can pretty much knock out a SHOAE now. If anybody has anything, I'm going to go ahead. Sheila? Did you have something? No. Okay, I thought you did. Okay. Anybody? I'm going to show you then, since we have a little bit of time. We have about 10 minutes left, and we're doing good, really good with time. I'm going to show you. I know I said, and I titled this a SHOAE. I'm going to show you an event. Okay, I'm going to show you an event where you can do almost all the same stuff. I don't want to confuse you. This is like extra credit. This is like bonus. We're no longer on the SHOAE, okay?
Then if you're off the SHOAE, let me mention one thing.
Go ahead.
Once you get your thing set up totally like you want it, go back to the details section, check the edit box, and make sure that you've got your photos turned on or off like you want them, and your comments turned on and off like you want them. Because every time you edit that edit box, no matter how you got it set before, it turns them on. So the last thing you want to do is, if you want them turned off, turn them off the very last thing. And then don't edit the details anymore, or it'll just reactivate them.
There you go. Thank you, Andrew.
And Andrew,
Yeah.
why would you turn comments off? Just wondering.
I turn comments off because I have everything directed into the community rather than on the event page.
I think we had in our last video that we did with Heather describing community-based community hangouts. You don't want any comments there. You want them all coming back to your community instead. So that would be one reason why.
Right.
Yes, Leela. I'm sorry.
She's muted.
You're muted though. Leela, you're muted. Oh yeah, unmute. Unmuted her video. Okay. All right.
Oh.
There you go.
Go ahead.
I almost forgot my question. Oh, I was watching, the gentleman that does the MERT thing, you know, that runs all of her stuff. I can't think of his name. Russ
Worthington.
Yeah, he was talking about having a problem with Plus My Reach reading his numbers because it was done in a community. It was showing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
And folks, let me just say, folks, she's talking about another thing outside of anything that's normal. Plus My Reach is a whole different thing. Anybody that's listening that doesn't know what that is, when you're watching this video, I just wanted to throw that in there. Some people use it, some people don't. It is eventually will be paid option. So, but you're absolutely right. That is true. So, but he's getting numbers. He's getting numbers, but there is something to that does play a part in that. Sandy, did you have a question, or did we finish on what you said, Leela? Or
yeah, we did, and I didn't mean to change the subject, but it just popped in my head.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, Sandy.
Well, I know, you know, the Monday's MERT thing, we usually do, those on the panel are commenting here inside the chat for the most part, or inside the Hangout. And the community is posting out there in the community, and Russ always highlights the apropos comment and brings her in and shows it to us in the community. So I don't know, you know.
You're talking about the chat, correct?
Yeah.
Chat inside a Hangout is the very top blue. It's always the top blue one.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity while you're in a Hangout, so people in the outside world, if you're running something together in production and things like that, that's what I would use that for. Okay, and as you all know, before I even started, I said, folks, I'm not going to even look up there. If you want to ask something, you raise your hand, because I don't use that inside here, because to me, it's a distraction for one thing. It distracts me, okay? It forces me to get off topic and things like that, so a lot of times while in, I don't. But if I have a second person, a wingman, or a comment wrangler, or whatever you want to, that person's perfect for that type of thing, because they can monitor all that stuff while you're going on. If you're doing it by yourself, and usually you're not going to have 7, 8, 9, 10, or whatever, I rarely do. If I'm doing something, it's 3 or 4. And a lot of times if we need to communicate something, we'll do it live. Okay, you're going to hear it and see it. Unless you're just, like if I'm talking really bad about Andrew, then maybe I'll throw it in the chat so that doesn't go out there for everyone. You know.
Well, yeah, and that's what Mert and Russ do, because
right.
Mert is in the command center, you know, and Russ is, you know what I mean, and Mert's doing the talking for the most part.
Yep. And the communication, as far as the community and the getting the comments out there and all that kind of stuff, that's what this is all about, the engagement. And that's what you get that from the SHOAE, or you get that from an event. Real quick, like I said, I'm going to give you a bonus. We got about 3 more minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. I'm going to show you an event, okay? This is where you can do exactly the same thing that we just did, but it's through an event. So I'm going to go over to that page now. The only thing is you don't have certain features, so this is why people don't do it, okay? I'm just telling you. Here, I can click events, okay? I click events. I come over here. I can create an event. If you notice, now, Rayne, here's a perfect example of what you were just talking about just a little bit ago. Now I can change my theme right now. I can go, pick my theme, go over to my communities. I'm going to go right here. I got my banner. Throw it up. Boom. It goes in. Now I got a banner. I can do the whole event. Here's the event title. It even says event title. Really cool, huh? I can say Saturday event. And then what did I say to do? Oh, what I always do?
Put a date.
Yeah, 7.7.2014. This is going to be for Saturday. We're going to have 7 p.m. It's going to be a 2 hour. No, we're going to make it 1 hour long. Make sure the dates, the same. And then I can put the details all right here. This is line 1, line. Even with their own products, there's inconsistencies with doing some of the same exact stuff. Kind of strange, huh? Anyway,
Michael.
Hold on. Let me finish real quick and I'll get right back to you, okay? I promise I will, okay? I promise. Okay. I'm going to add the public, and I can invite my community if I want to, but I'm going to invite the public. If I click invite right here at this point, actually, I can edit the event options right now, too. Advanced. Okay, here's where they can add photos. I don't want them to. Here's where Andrew was talking about. We did it at the end. You can do it now. I can hit advanced. When I hit advanced and show more options, look at here. It gives me a place for a ticket. Gives me a place for the YouTube URL. I can put the trailer right here under this YouTube URL. I have to go get it. There's no fancy way of bringing it in. But now I can put the trailer video right here. And that will be in as I'm creating it. Okay? Now, here's the tricky part and stinky part that people don't like, and here's why they use the SHOAE. I have my trailer video going in right here under YouTube. I cannot put a picture. That's one reason. I have the YouTube video. I throw it in there. That's my trailer. When I get ready to start my event, I go into the Hangout, or I go into this event page, and I have to once I go in the Hangout, I have to get that YouTube link for that Hangout like we did in Where Am I, and I have to go put it back in place of my trailer in this YouTube link right here. That's what's a pain, and that's why people don't like to do it this way. Okay? It is another way of doing it, but that's why they don't. Okay? So you can do a lot of the same things, but it's just not going to, like you don't have, when I click on this, let me click on it real quick, and it pulls it up. There's no YouTube here because I didn't put one in. There's no YouTube. This is what an event looks like. Just so you understand, back when G+ started, okay, Google+ first started, an event was for birthday parties. It wasn't to hold a YouTube video. It was for birthday parties and for Christmas events or meetings and stuff like that. That's what the event was. It was just to get people all on the same page. We can all comment, put something in there, boom, and that's all it was for. They added the YouTube part and all that kind of stuff because people started using it as an event, a landing page for you to go to. So that is another way to do event. And Rayne, now I'll let you talk. And did that answer your question? Probably.
Well, yes.
I thought so.
Basically, because if we create see, to me it kind of doesn't look that great if you create a Hangout on air, because I've seen these before and I've wondered what. Now it's kind of making sense, because so when when they're creating a Hangout on air, and then all of a sudden you'll get a notification saying they added the banner or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, is because they've created it as a Hangout on air. But
Well,
to me, I kind of like
the idea. Make sure and use the right term. Scheduled Hangout on air.
A scheduled Hangout, a SHOAE.
Yeah, a shoe. Just call it a shoe. I call it a shoe because that's why I put a shoe on there.
So, but the only but if you do it, if you create an event, you can put your custom banner in there, your custom trailer in there. You can do all that stuff. So when it very first goes out, it's finished, and
yes.
Then you just have to remember to go 30 minutes, like when you prior to the event starting.
Yeah, once you've started the Hangout. Once you've started the Hangout is the key.
Okay. Okay. And replace that YouTube URL.
The thing is how are you going to start a Hangout on air? I never even said how to do that, did I? How do I start a Hangout on air? The other one gave me a button that had start, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm on this page. How do I start a Hangout on air? How do I add it? What do I do? Because the only thing that it'll accept is, hold on, let me edit event. And I am going to event options, advanced, show more options. I can only enter a YouTube URL. How do I start a Hangout on air? That's a tricky question there, isn't it?
It doesn't? It doesn't let you?
No, it's not. There's no option right here. Nothing. So the only way that you can do that, and this is why I bring this up, and this is another thing, you have to know how to do this, okay? I can go right here, and I can go to bit.ly/, do you see that coming up right there? Start my HOA. bit.ly/start my HOA. That's one way. Okay? If I click that, it's going to open up, and it's going to try and go into a Hangout. Okay. It starts your HOA immediately. Now I'm going to back out of that because I'm going to stay here with you guys. Hopefully. The other thing you can do is that I can go to YouTube. Okay? I can open up my YouTube.
Michael, have you got Sheila blue box or pen? Because that's all
I did for a little bit, and I realized I did it.
Okay.
And then I took it back off. So Sheila, you've been a star for a while. I just want you to know, okay? So now I'm going into YouTube, and I have to go to live events. When I go to live events, I have to create a new live event. That's another way that I can create another HOA. Yes, ma'am, Leela.
Why would we even do this?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Just the fact that you can set it all up a little bit beforehand would be the only way. I mean, I don't know. I'm just showing you that is a way, and that's why they came up with the SHOAE. But my only issue, personally, is why not call it a scheduled Hangout on Air event? Add the word event to it, please. Because you're not doing just necessarily scheduling a Hangout on Air. You're actually creating an event. We're at the hour mark. I'm good where I stand as far as showing you and guiding you. I expect next week we should, or this weekend, whatever. I mean, if anybody wants to, Saturday I'm pretty much available in the morning. 10, 11, 12, 1. If you guys want to create an event or go through the same process, but you guys initiate it and start it and invite me, I'll come in. I'll come in and I'll answer any questions you might have. This is all recorded. You can go back. We can timestamp it. Anybody can timestamp in the comments. I can throw it in the details, just some key points that I think if I need to. I don't know how much time I'll have to do that, but I might have some time. Questions? Actually, why doesn't someone pull up some comments? If you have some, I'll let you guys be comment tracker people, and I'll try and answer some of the questions. Some of them, I didn't really ask a whole bunch during it, but I feel that, there we go. That'd be a good one to pull up. I'm going to put you on screen there, Rayne. The YouTube start works every time when working with a community. Basically what he's saying there is that, I noticed they changed the font too. Did you all notice that? The comment tracker font has changed. It's not the Arial. It looks like it's Times New Roman. I just noticed that. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. That's weird that I noticed things like that. I know. Rayne, you can take it down. Yes, it does flawlessly. It works every single time. And one thing that's cool about what he's talking about, and we have a whole video on that too, is the comment tracker automatically loads. You don't have to go get a reshare on comment tracker whenever you do it from a community.
Michael,
Russ, yes?
It's kind of weird because mine is in Times New Roman and Lily's is in Arial.
I know. I was just going to say the same thing.
Right?
I know.
Well,
so
if
cool. It's got a mind of its own.
A lot of stuff out, that would explain what's going on tonight.
Russ says, let's see, Michael Daniels, your film strip of blocking some of the information that you are showing us bleed through. Okay, so all that stuff that I did with the Hangout, thing beforehand and showed you about moving it up and all that kind of stuff, obviously it didn't work. I mean, it's definitely an ongoing issue and a problem that we've been having, or they've been having, and that kind of stuff. Good. That's good. You guys bring comments up there so you can see how to do that and know how to do that and that kind of thing. And using the comment tracker, that's good stuff. Any more? Anything else?
No, I just because I still have to do. I wanted to do some time stamping on that special 3-part series that you and Debbie and Heather and Andrew did on the CC HOA. Was that okay?
That's correct. That's right.
And so is this what Russ is referring to when he's saying the YouTube start works every time when working with a community?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, that would be fun to you know, move into eventually when we get this
well,
part.
you know what? We did that, though. I mean, that's exactly what Heather and all them did. That's what we did. That was what that Hangout was all about that we did the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly
like for us to practice it.
Oh, to practice it. Absolutely, yes. And I want you guys, listen, I want you guys to practice this. You guys take this, take it and run with it. And again, I don't ever claim to be a super expert or anything like this. That's not what it's about, okay? All I'm trying to do is help you people, everybody, help each other. I mean, you're helping me too, because you're asking really good questions that I can go back and ask those same kind of questions and try and find out some answers. I love talking to new people because you always bring up great stuff, and that's how we all learn. You know, it is users helping users. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm going to end it. I think we've gone way over. I'll stay in the green room. We'll all stay in the green room and invite anybody that wants to come into the green room. I'm happy to do that. Are you guys? What? Are you laughing at me? I hope not.
No, she has a pirate hat on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you know. There you go. There you go, Leela. Oh, nice. Now she's the clown. I like that. I like that. So yeah, there's a lot of that. Hangouts are supposed to be fun. So there you go. I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys, thank you very much. I'm glad you guys came to learn a little something. Maybe have a little too much fun. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And say goodbye. Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.